Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá ti láǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ mi. Tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody, o gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ẹ wo fọ́nrán yìí.
Gbogbo bí àwọn ọmọ ìgbà. Gbogbo bí wọ́n kíìpù wọn sí. Ilẹ̀ dààmú bẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ dààmú bẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ dààmú bẹ̀. Ilẹ̀ dààmú bẹ̀.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká gbé jáde, ó tó gẹ́ fún àwọn ajínigbé yìí.
Àwọn náà wọ́n lè bíṣọ̀ pé àwọn náà secure ọ̀dọ̀ wọn náà. So that these are the two areas tí àwọn infiltrator tó fi ń ráyè wọ southwest. So and
Báńkì ò lè wọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ka gbé wà láàrin kàkà.
Ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ ló ń pè ọ́, kò sẹ́ni tí ò lórúkọ tiẹ̀, àti wípé ọmọ kì í gọ̀ títí sẹ́ẹ̀ kó gbàgbé orúkọ ara rẹ̀. Ààfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà, tó bá dọ́jà báyìí wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ó dọ́jà ni. Èmi tí ń tòótọ́ Samuel Owóyẹmí, fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ mi, fẹ́lẹ́ ní gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. Èmi náà kọ́, Ọlọ́run ọba òkè ló fún mi ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Láì dènà pẹ̀lú láì fi ọ̀pá pọ̀lọ̀pọ̀lọ̀ jù lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ̀. Aṣíládùúrà wípé ọ̀sẹ̀ táwa yìí ìròyìn ayọ̀ lè tiwa yóò bọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àti olùkọ́ wọn tí wọ́n jí gbé níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Oríire ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, torí a mọ̀ wípé ìgbésẹ̀ ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ìgbésẹ̀ ń lọ lábẹ́lẹ̀. Ọlọ́run tó fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní àṣeyọrí ṣe lórí ti alákòóso àná tí wọ́n rí àbúrò rẹ̀ obìnrin àti àwọn ìbejì rẹ̀ gbà láyọ̀ àtàlàfíà. Ọlọ́run á fún gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò ti ìbílẹ̀ ni o àti ti ọlọ́pàá tó mọ ológun ni o. Ọlọ́run á fún yín láṣeyọrí láti rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbà padà láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Ìyẹn jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́. Ohun tó gbé mi wá láàárọ̀ òní ó fẹ́ fara pẹ́ ọ̀nà àbáyọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún sọ wípé bí ìròyìn ayọ̀ ni ohun tá à ń wá lọ ṣòkòtò ó ti wà lápò ṣòkòtò wa. Wọ́n ní àwa la ò sin bàbá bíi tàtijọ́. Mo lè fi ọwọ́ ìsọ̀yà pé Yorùbá a jẹ́ ìran kan tó jẹ́ wípé a yà lára ọ̀tọ̀ tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ohun tá a gbé dání. Gbogbo ẹnu kálá máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí afẹ́fẹ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ọọ̀ni ti Ilé-Ifẹ̀, Ọ̀nìrìṣà ọba Ẹnìtàn Ògúnwùsì Adéyẹyè kábíyèsí o. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ tí a ti ń jẹ lẹ́nu tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni, ṣùgbọ́n ó tún wá dà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí kábíyèsí tún rán wa létí wípé ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran wa kò gbọ́dọ̀ máa jẹgun, ọmọ aláṣọ wa kò gbọ́dọ̀ máa wọ àkísà. Á mọ àwọn ọ̀nà kan tá a lè gbà láti fi gbégi dínà ìwà ìgbésùmọ̀mí ìjínigbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, nítorí pé ohun tí àgbà fi ń jẹ̀kọ́ abẹ́ owó ló wà. Àwọn àgbà ló wí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ má kí n bá ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gùn kí n má dá yín lágara ọ̀rọ̀, torí ọ̀nà àbáyọ kan rèé tèmi ní kí n mú wá sí ti ìbọn yín. Tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody, o gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. Àkọlé yẹn sọ wípé Ooni urges Yorùbá monarchs to deploy traditional means against banditry. Wọ́n ní ká lo ìlànà àwọn alálẹ̀ láti fi gbógun ti àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí àti ohun tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìjínigbé ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé ẹ ń rí ohun tí mò ń rí? Ẹ kí n tẹ̀síwájú, mo ṣèlérí láti máa jẹ́ kí fọ́nrán yìí kó gùn. The Ooni of Ife, Ọba Adéyẹyè Ògúnwùsì, has tasked traditional rulers across Yoruba land to deploy a central means to tackle the growing menace of bandits across the region. Wọ́n lo ọ̀nà tìbílẹ̀, ọ̀nà tí àwọn alálẹ̀, ó ṣàní báwọn bàbá wa kan ṣe ń ṣe nígbà náà tó jẹ́ pé rárá àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí wọn kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹgbẹ́ ohun tí ọba Olúwo Abdulrasheed Akanbi tí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí wọn ò lè wọ ìlú wo, ó máa lóhun tí wọ́n rí tí wọ́n fi sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n ní tó gbọ́n ní bá dáni lójú àfi ń gbárí ni, èmi ò mọ̀. Ọba Ògúnwùsì, while expressing concern over the spread of insecurity in the region, urged traditional rulers to collaborate with the government to restore peace and order. Ọba Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀nìrìṣà àwọn náà kọ̀mínú pẹ̀lú bí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó wá rọ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọba aládé, àwọn olórí ìlú, ẹ fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba láti rí pé àlàáfíà ó padà sí àárín ìlú. Ìyẹn níbẹ̀ yẹn sọ. A statement issued by his spokesperson Moses Olafare on Sunday stated that the monarch, while speaking at the grand finale of the 2026 Ifa Festival, tasked traditional rulers across Yoruba to strengthen collaboration among themselves and work closely with security agencies to combat criminal elements operating within their domains. We must bring together our tradition. We must bring together our traditional powers. Wọ́n ní a gbọ́dọ̀ gbé jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bí fọ́nrán yẹn. Wọ́n ní ká gbé jáde ká jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé yes, Yorùbá kì í ṣe ìran tá a lè fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú. We must bring together our traditional powers, spiritual heritage, and communal values to chase bandits, láti lé wọn pa, kidnappers, and all criminal elements out of Yoruba land and Nigeria as a whole. Our ancestors stood for justice, peace, and communal harmony, and we must invoke those values at this critical time. Then Kifele, round it up. We must raise collectively against the menace of banditry and kidnapping. Enough is enough. Our people deserve to live in peace and move freely without fear. Traditional rulers must take greater responsibility. Traditional rulers must take greater responsibility for safeguarding their communities while supporting the government and security agency wọn ní kó fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò àti ìjọba pé ìjọba nìkan náà ò lè dá gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe. Àwa ará ìlú náà ojúṣe wa náà ni. A mọ̀ pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ olórí àwọn gómìnà wọn ń gba owó security votes, ṣùgbọ́n ariwo yẹn ń lọ lọ́tún lọ ló sì ń pé kí ló fi ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n parí ọ̀rọ̀ mi yìí láìtọ́pù yìí. While stressing that insecurity remain a critical challenge for the federal government, the revered monarch commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for ongoing effort of his administration in tackling the menace across the country. Ẹ jẹ́ n dúró bẹ́ẹ̀. Ohun tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni mo ti fàyọ yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ ìyànnàná díẹ̀ fún yín. Ọba Ẹnìtàn Ògúnwùsì Adéyẹyè wọ́n kọminú lórí bí nǹkan ṣe dé dúró nílẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí. Ìjínigbé lónìí, ìwà ìgbésùnmọ̀mí lọ́la. Kábíyèsí wa sọ ọ́ dímọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ọba aládé. Kì í ṣe àwọn ọba tí ifá abroad, ifá ilẹ̀ òkèrè ó mú o. Kì í ṣe àwọn ọba tó jẹ́ pé owó ni wọ́n fi mú wọn o. Kì í ṣe àwọn ọba tó jẹ́ wípé ìlànà tí ò tọ́ lọ́ fi mọ̀. Àwọn ọba ojúlówó nílẹ̀ káàrọ̀ òjìrè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwọn ọba tó jẹ́ pé ìlànà ìbílẹ̀ ni wọ́n gbà dé ipò tí wọ́n wáyé. Ní kábíyèsí Onírìṣà fi ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ránṣẹ́ sí àti gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kan wípé ẹ má dá ìjọba nìkan dá ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àwa náà gbé jáde. Kì í ṣe gbogbo aṣọ la máa sá lónù. Torí àwọn ará bíi náà, àwọn náà ti ń gbọ́ èdè Yorùbá díẹ̀díẹ̀. Kábíyèsí mo kì í fún eléyìí fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sí àwọn ènìyàn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn ní gbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́. Ẹ ṣé. Nítorí ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ wípé àwa gangan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àkérè. Kò yẹ kí irú eléyìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó yẹ kí ìbẹ̀rù yẹn máa wà lára àwọn ará bíi pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá no go area ni a gbọ́dọ̀ súnmọ́ bẹ̀ rárá. Eléyìí bóyá tá a bá lè ṣe eléyìí á tún mú ìbẹ̀rù yẹn kó wáyé. Á tún jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí kó dínkù àbí kó lọlẹ̀ pátápátá nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè. Nítorí ẹ má yẹ ká tanra wa o. Bí ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe wà nílẹ̀ lásìkò yìí, kò dùn mọ́ mi nínú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹgbọ́n tí kábíyèsí sọ. Àwa tún rọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba. Olóyè Sunday Igboho náà máa ń sọ pé òun ti ṣetán láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ láti kún àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò lọ́wọ́. Ẹ fún láàyè. Ìgbà Gani Adams náà àwọn náà ti lọ ń kó àwọn ọmọ ogun jọ. Wípé mo rí fọ́nrán wọn kan ní ìgbà kan tí wọ́n sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ á lọlẹ̀ pátápátá. Ìgbà Gani Adams Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Àsìkò ti tó báyìí láti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ọlọ́gbọ́n. Olóyè Sunday Igboho, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ má rẹpẹtẹ o. A gbọ́ wípé ìrù ẹkùn ó sì wà nílẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ní kíákíá. Èyí tí wọ́n sọ wípé olóyè Sunday Igboho mọ̀ nípa dídòlà ẹ̀mí arábìnrin tí ó jẹ́ àbúrò alákòóso àná àti àwọn ìbejì rẹ̀ méjì. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí sì ń jàrìn pé ṣé lóòótọ́ ni? Ṣé olóyè Sunday Igboho mọ̀ nípa rẹ̀ àbí kò mọ̀ nípa rẹ̀? Iṣẹ́ ìwádìí ń lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n ó jọra wọn. Torí ẹni tó súnmọ́ olóyè Sunday Igboho lọ́jọ́ náà ó kọ sójú òpó wípé àṣeyọrí kan làwọn ṣe lọ́jọ́ kẹfà oṣù kẹfà ọdún tí a wà yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn náà la tún gbọ́ irúfẹ́ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìwé ìròyìn kan dẹ̀ gbé. Mi ì fẹ́ pẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ṣèlérí ṣáájú. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ọọ̀ni ti ilé Ifẹ̀ Onírìṣà kábíyèsí. Ẹ ṣé o. Àgbàyìn adalẹ́. Ẹ̀sìn ọba ajé òkú pé. Ọ̀nà àbáyọ kan lẹ́ti fún wa yìí. Ìròyìn ayọ̀ ni ó sì jẹ́ fún èmi àti fún gbogbo èèyàn tí a bá ń gbọ́ mi. Tó bá fẹ́ dàbí everybody ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa ronú bí everybody. Èèyàn kan sọ ọ̀nà àbáyọ mìíràn tó tún ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó yà lárọ̀tọ̀ sí ohun tí Onírìṣà sọ fún wa. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà ni o. Tá bá tún lè ṣe àmúlò ọ̀nà àbáyọ eléyìí náà, ọwọ́ kanwọ́. A máa ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá ilé, a máa ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá òde. Ìwà ìgbésùnmọ̀mí á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Á lọlẹ̀ pátápátá nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ohun tí ẹni yìí sọ, gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá rí sí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi fi ránṣẹ́ sí abẹ́ comment section. ẹ dẹ̀ bá mi like, ẹ bá mi share, nítorí bó ṣe ń lọ mú update yín ni bó ṣe ń lọ ohun tá a gbé dání nìkan yìí nìyẹn bó ṣe ń lọ ohun rèé ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ ohun tí arákùnrin yìí sọ wọ́n yànnà náà ẹ o yàtọ̀ sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ tí onírìṣà sọ ẹ máa gbọ́ ti onírìṣà lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ gbọ́ ti arákùnrin yìí ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká bá wọn débẹ̀.
obìnrin ọlọ́run ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká gbé jáde ó tó gẹ́ fún àwọn ajínigbé yìí gbogbo òkú wa nílẹ̀ káàró òbíire èyí tó ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ bá ti dájọ́ òun dájọ́ òun.
ọmọ ẹni olóńdè òun ta gbogbo ẹ̀ tó kú.
gbogbo ògbà ìjọba lábá máa gbé lábá máa gbé lórí. babaláwo ṣé o sì kọ́ lọ́wọ́ yín mọ́ ni. bá a bá gbá ìdí láàbí ọ̀dí òní bàtí bèrè bá wọn ọ̀dọ́. Ọjọ́ méje tó tó gbé tí ò rí tó bá ti fojú kò hùn ó máa yọ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kú, kí gbogbo wa kò, kí gbogbo wa jọ. Káàbí hàn pé yóò kọ́ àti lódodo àdúrà ń ta ní orí òkè ìgbàgbé. Àdúrà ń ta fáwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Ìnàjú, ìnàjọ́, ìnàjú òkè ìtọ́jú alẹ́. Lọ́sàn-án bá ti kó báyìí. Ìmọ̀ gbogbo àwọn ajínigbé kó máa túká. Ilé orí ló wọ́n túmọ̀ ẹnu.
Kábíyèsí.
Gbogbo ọ̀nà ló túmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀sẹ̀.
Kábíyèsí.
Ẹnu àjọ òjò rí.
Kábíyèsí.
Owó ètùtù òjò rí.
Kábíyèsí.
Ìmọ̀tú.
Ìmọ̀jọ. Ìmọ̀ ẹni ní ọ̀gbọ́n ọ̀dálẹ́. Àtẹ̀wá.
Lọ́sọ̀ bá ní kó báyìí. Ìmọ̀ ẹni máa ń túká ní gbogbo omi tí wọ́n bá wà. Nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òbíire, Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ara wa ni wọ́n, Ògbóyè Ẹlẹ́mọ̀ṣọ́, nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òbíire ni ogun òtún ayé o, ogun tó lè ju eléyìí lọ rí ogun tájú ní gbogbo wa dá mọ́.
Government is about people, and majority of people live in different communities. So, and people want to have their people in government, whether as a civil servant or as a political appointee. Still, we don't have enough space to accommodate the entire state or the entire people, either into the civil service or political office holder. So therefore, governance is supposed to be at least taken into their doorstep for them to be able to participate. And by doing this, each community wọ́n ní àwọn nǹkan tí ó jẹ ológun tí wọ́n fẹ́, because government at the center or at the state or at the federal wọn kàn lè jókòó kọ́kàn assume pé this AXY is good or is suitable for this community. Nǹkan tó dáa fún community A might not be what is a priority for the community B. So therefore, we have to go down to the community to engage them, to be able to know what, apart from the general, which is the responsibility of governments, is for what? For safety of lives and property, which is the general purpose of government. But in addition, so is it road, is it borehole, is it rural electrification, or whatever? What are the priority of your community? So that we'll be able to know and get those data, then we can now present it to the governor for implementation. So that will make it government is close to the people or the grassroots. So that means that there is full participation of the entire community of 18 local governments in those states. That's okay. Well, they are getting the dividend of democracy. So that is just what it's all about.
So, thank you very much. What are you campaigning for? What are you? We know this is not a campaign, but because it's shocking to me that I never knew, honestly, according to the rules that guides politics in Nigeria. Yes. What position are you vying for, sir?
Well, I'm from Akoko Northeast local government.
Okay.
Ikari Akoko, to be precise, in those states. So I'm going to represent the good people of Akoko Northeast State Constituency at the State House of Assembly.
Okay. Thank you. And we pray that your wish and your desire will be.
In fact, don't want to
we need more Yoruba conscious politicians who take Yoruba nationalism as priority. We need them more at the top, because Baba will call off your money. You cannot be a good Nigerian without first being a good Yoruba man. Because I think already it's home that will build the foods, we build the products that we take to the center. If you send wrong product to the center, definitely it's bad. That's why we see different kind of things going up in Abuja. But that's it. Me, if you're going to and to be fair, to be fair, so if you have somebody who loves his community, who loves his state, by the time he gets to the center, he will know how to. He's already cooked, right? He's already prepared. Then when he gets there, at well show from Nigeria as at a larger stage. Not somebody will get there and start learning. If I'm going to learn, it's okay. More or less, you want to settle that already land and know what they are doing. So Adupe, you can pay your own capacity as an assistant to the honorable government of the state. All under the law, and we tell law. And somebody even said here, wow, honorable, we are glad to hear you will be running for office. You need to learn the ropes of political engagement. So I'm not sorry. So thank you very much. Now, how does community fragmentation directly contribute to insecurity? How does that affect insecurity?
Thank you, sir. Number one, I want to appreciate this team, and I'm sure that this team are also part of the team that invited the state government sometimes last year in Civil Center in Lagos for the Yoruba Youth event, which my able governor asked me to represent him at that event. So, and also as the senior special assistant to the governor on community and humanitarian affairs, I also doubled as the Ondo State focal representative at the Dawn Commission. Dawn Commission is the development agenda of the Southwest, which eventually gave birth to Southwest Development Commission, which the president of the Federal Government of Nigeria, President Tinubu, just recently signed into law and inaugurated the commission. So I was the focal representative of Ondo State in that commission, and a lot of things. If you look at the history of Yoruba, especially in the Southwest, that's why the Southwest governors came together. This is not the Omoluabi, it is not common in the Omoluabi community for us to be seeing kidnapping and insecurity, so there must be a kind of infiltration. And don't forget, sometimes late last year in November 9th, 10th, and 11th, Ondo State government hosted the entire Southwest, which we did. I was also part of that, actively part of it, in collaboration with Dawn Commission, Barrister Sheye, and Professor Kila, my humble self, our former SSG, who also just resigned to contest for Senate in Ondo State, and Dr. Taiwo Fashomunti, and Solidarity, who is a special assistant to the president, and Abagun Kole, something about me, something called Kole. So yes, so, and we also have what's the name of this special assistant to the president on media and publicity, this man, so I've forgotten his name. So many of them, we came together. Yes, exactly. So we will be a larger purpose. So it was with the support of the president. Okay, King Boba on government Yoruba Southwest. King Boba see Ondo State. Can we discuss all this system up in the community with him? And we were able to get a document out of that summit. So it was a very, very big summit. So, and when we are talking about all this insecurity, Ondo State as a case study now. Ondo State is a gateway to the Southwest, because in our in Ondo State boundary, Kogi State, northern region. So Kogi State is the last check before entering Ondo State. South Benin, and also small again on the area of maybe or Ipele area long. Akoko àwọn community join wa. Then wale pe atuma boundary je pẹ̀lú Kwara State àti Ekiti State. So also the pay àwọn ilé ráyè wọ Southwest. So Ondo State is critical. That's what I'm saying now. So I'm very strategic. And so giving back to Amotekun, our late governor, Kọ́lọ́n fẹ́ràn pẹ́ wọn. Alákùnrin Olúwa Rótìmí Akérédolú. So in that government also, I was part of that government. I was the senior special assistant to the governor on youth and student affairs in that government. And àdẹ̀rí pé wọ́n ṣe gudugudu méje ẹ̀rọ mẹ́fà láti jẹ́ kí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kó wáyé nígbà yẹn. Torí pé àwọn Fúlàní darandaran tó máa bá wọn kó máa lóbọ̀ wá sí south west wọ́n kó máa lọ sí kò wọ́n ṣe gbé ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa kọ́ gba Ondo state kọjá. So many of them wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ní ibi tó máa ń pè ní ṣáṣá ní ìfàtúwé habit Àkúrẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn. So aláti lọ bá wọn ṣáṣá bẹ̀ yẹn alọ́wọ́ engage wọn bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ̀ yẹn táwọn ọmọ sáwọn yẹn. So all these things báwọn yìí kí ló ń fa gbogbo security problem tí à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé ní àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n infiltrate ilẹ̀ Yorùbá because Yorùbá kò sí inú culture Yorùbá pé àwọn èèyàn pé wọ́n máa sọ pé because wọ́n ṣe bí wa àgbà tí wọ́n bí àwọn táwọn dàgbà wọ́n fi ń yé wa pé because àwọn òwe tó máa ń pa fún wa àti àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n máa ń kọ́ wa láti kékeré ni pé iṣẹ́ ni oògùn ìṣẹ́. So pé so a ò rírú àwọn nǹkan báwọn yìí nígbà tí à ń dàgbà dìbẹ̀ sí wọ́n á rí gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n á ṣẹlẹ̀ tó pé àwọn àdìpọ̀ wọn á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. So olúwa bí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn inú mi dùn pé Governor Lucky Omisoyatiwa who succeeded Governor Akeredolu is doing a wonderful job in the security aspect of the state. Wọ́n mi sọ pé not only Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ni wọ́n mi sọ pé ni wọ́n finance. So more than 3 occasions now wọ́n ti ra àwọn Hilux truck and security gadgets fún gbogbo all security apparatus in the state, being it Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, being it police, being it civil defence, àtàwọn DSS àtàwọn sójà àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn to ensure that the state is secure. Because if Ondo state is secure, the entire southwest is secure. That is the entity exactly. So from this our angle, so that then àwọn tó wà ní Ọ̀yọ́, Kwara, then àwọn náà wọ́n lè fi ṣọ́pá náà secure ọ̀dọ̀mọdọ̀ náà. So that these are the 2 areas tí àwọn infiltrator tó fi ń ráyè wọ southwest. So and in the community àwọn ọba because even ní southwest summit àṣeyẹ ní dọ́kọ̀ community àṣeyẹ àmì sọ pé àwọn ọba wà critical because àwọn ọba akíla ń pè níjọba ìjọ àwọn ọba ni wọ́n ń pè níjọba àwọn ọba àpapọ̀ àwọn ọba wọn ń pè níjọba so there's kò sí bá ṣe lè ṣe àwọn kìnìún wọ̀nyí náà without support of àwọn ọba because àwọn kìnìún wọ̀nyí náà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní community náà ni wọ́n and in community either we have kings or we have àwọn high chiefs or àwọn community leaders. So therefore gbogbo wọn là ń carry along láti make sure pé kí ni àwọn nǹkan kí máa bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ bá rí àwọn èèyàn àjèjì tó ń wọ ìlú yálà ní alẹ́ tàbí ní anytime kẹ́ make sure pé ẹ tètè because in every community máa ní àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn síbẹ̀ and nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ni pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn in fact is a very great idea pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn wáyé because tí wọ́n bá wo Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ẹ rí i pé bá a ṣe ń employ wọn a ò kí ń employ ẹni tó máa ń jẹ Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ní Ìlàjẹ ká lọ gbé èèyàn wọn láti Àkúrẹ́ so ọmọ bíbí agbègbè tí wọ́n bí sí agbègbè yẹn tí wọ́n mú gbogbo inú oko gbogbo ibi tó do wà gbogbo ibi tí ilé wà àti ibi tí abúlé wà àti ibi tí àbá wà jẹ́ pé wọ́n jẹ́ pé wọ́n mú sọ pé àdúgbò yẹn agbègbè yẹn wọ́n ń gbé so a máa employ wọn sí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn a dẹ̀ fi wọn sí ibi tó wà so kì í ṣe wọ́n máa transfer wọn after training wọ́n máa transfer wọn sí another place just like the usual way they do in civil service no so I'm sure because àwọn náà mọ àdúgbò wọn àwọn dẹ̀ mọ àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n jọ dàgbà sí ibi tí wọ́n wà so àti wọ́n bá rí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n jẹ́ àlejò wọ́n tètè mọ̀ so and ará ìta òde lè mọ́lé ju onílé lọ so if there is any crime so ó máa wà easier àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọ́n try to ask wọn gbìyànjú o àtàwọn civil defence so federal kìíní wọn so some of them might be transferred from Sokoto or from Kaduna from wherever so àdàmọ̀ kò lè pé tí ẹni tó bá commit crime tó jẹ́ pé tí kì í ṣe ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ padà ní Haúsá ta ní ibùdó àdúgbò wọn sí inú ọlọ́pàá tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ so bó bá ṣe ẹ mọ̀ pé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé aláìlú mi ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó àti ìbò ní àṣírí get it bẹ́ẹ̀ but ní Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn patriotism first because ó ṣe àtàfẹ́ kí ló ń bàjẹ́ o bẹ́ẹ̀ so and ìlú ọmọ ìlú ni ìlú kò sí ìlú tó tóbi ju àwọn ọmọ ìlú lọ tó bá wo ibi tó ń pè ní Ìlaramọ̀kí is a very small community but ibẹ̀ ni chief Ojoade Elizabeth ti wá wọ́n lè síbẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ golf course síbẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń ṣe carry síbẹ̀ so wọ́n ti transform Ìlaramọ̀kí ó ti pe ìlú jẹ́ pé ó ti wà ní tí gbogbo ayé tí wọ́n ti gbogbo ayé sọ̀rọ̀ so kí là ń sọ ni pé ọmọ ìlú àwọn ní ìlú so tí àwọn ọmọ ìlú tó máa gbàgbọ́ dẹ́mọ́dún wọn ó jẹ́ pé ó kò sí wọn lọ́wọ́ so because ọmọ àlè ìlú òun lákò ilé ẹ̀ta lọ tàfárá ìta so òun ló fa pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tí wọ́n fi ń dùn pé Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn yẹn is a great idea fún south west tí ó lè jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe gbogbo méje wọ́n ṣe ẹ̀mí expire ní Ondo state so and that rí ẹni tí gómìnà náà sí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn commandant ní Ondo state Akọgun Adélẹ́yẹ is doing very very good work and wọ́n máa lọ sínú igbó wọ́n máa lọ sí everywhere if there is any little crisis or any crime anywhere so wọ́n máa lọ sínú igbó yẹn because igbó kì í bá wọn lẹ́rù ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa àwọn náà ó níbi tí wọ́n lè yọ ọmọ gbogbo so that is what we've been doing in terms of security. Thank you
very much. We have our special guest tonight, our dear Honorable from the State, Honorable Ooni. He previously happens to be the special assistant to the executive governor of the state on on a community on humanitarian affairs and community integration. Yes. And what we're looking at tonight is if we're talking of community integration and local security, we need to look at how trust works at the grassroots. There's nobody that will want to be your city for you if you don't build it. So that's what he has just told us, which I just love and learn again tonight. That why do we have problem all over the world in cities? It's because the people I want to jump on so when Yorubas are speaking and screaming on social media and everywhere, it's not because people are nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn àjèjì. Nǹkan tí Yorùbá sọ ní pé àjèjì tó máa gbàgbọ́ fún wa a ò fẹ́. Àjèjì tó máa wá tó máa sọ fún wa pé ìyàwó àrùn àwọn obìnrin wọn níláárí kí nígbà gbìyànjú àwọn àmọ́ ṣe tẹ́gbà àwọn ọmọ ṣe ni àfẹ́lúfẹ́ kọ́ lọ síbi tí wọ́n kọ́ lọ tó ṣe. Bí Nàìjíríà ṣe tó ní ọjọ́ ẹ̀ ní lè fi wọ́n Yorùbá sẹ́yìn. Yorùbá is a big civilization. Nigeria did not make Yoruba land. Yoruba land was made before Nigeria was made. So we cannot be using Nigeria as a yardstick for Yoruba land. Key Nigeria Yoruba tinje Yoruba. So yeah, one Nigeria leni kego bi akere aye Yoruba akere aye now. So wọ́n sọ fún Nigeria pé ìfẹ́ ìlú ni ó ṣe kókó. Agbọ́dọ̀ ní ìfẹ́ ìlú wa. If you don't love your land, you can never, that land can never be successful. That land can never make progress and get to where it is supposed to be. If you are on our Twitter spaces, please, I want to implore us, let us retweet this space so that algorithm can help us carry this space into the entire world and people can be able to find us as we are hosting tonight and come join with us. Please kindly retweet this space. I'm appealing to us again. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on, our dear honorable. You've taught us about trust because it is very, very important to have an effective policing, effective security in our locality. Trust. People have to trust the security personnel. And you've shown to us that people who trust Amoteco much more than they trust our Nigerian police. Even when we appreciate Nigerian police, what they are just saying is that Amoteco, I know him, right? You know, and nobody will just allow evil to come to the city when you know that his son is in school. No, you want to trust somebody who you know. This is my person. You know, people can easily call them out. Yes. But somebody from nowhere, how do you expect such a person to police and guide you as a security personnel? Thank you very much for giving us that. And now the thing is this: people fear out of misinformation. I was talking to somebody this week. That person I was talking to is a director in the state government. Where would they go? When you go find out, to the law, to make us in school. What's your name? So people sometimes fear out of misinformation. How do misinformation and fear affect community cooperation?
Thank you so much. In fact, anybody question say what sounds when we discuss with Mr. Governor? Security information, because the governor of the state is the chief security officer of the state, and every day, all the security architectures on my brief with Mr. Governor, that's why in each local government there is office of the DSS. In each local government we have 18 local governments in Ondo State. I guess yeah. So and we have DSS offices across the 18 local governments. Then as you need our divisional police offices, and we also have military formation in some parts of those zones. So and as well as Amoteco by Kosmete Hotel nearby Amoteco. So and they are well equipped with gadgets. In fact, recently, the governor of Ondo State has launched a command and control center for Amoteco, which has a state-of-the-art facility, so that only help just like sorry, our White House no man when they are going for a foreign war or whatever thing, and the president of the United States will be at the command and control center in the White House. You see, it's good. So something in that form as of at level, but at least I'm trying to replicate our company so that we don't want to just so we want security targets tools tí a need láti make sure pé gbogbo àwọn kìnìún àárín gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń lọ bit by bit so that's because anywhere there is human being sir there is possibility of crime. That is a normal thing. So now èyí gbọ́dọ̀ máa make sure pé a máa ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ pé wọ́n make sure pé láti lè reduce and láti lè create a fear pé yes pé tí n bá ṣe kí ni wọ́n máa mú mi o so a tún ní kí n tún ṣe báyìí tó ń pè ní ojú Ondo so that all these things we are doing tó máa make sure pé tó yẹ pé at the grassroots level tó yẹ pé àwọn tó wọ́n fẹ́ tẹ̀lé attempt àti commit a crime wọ́n á ti bẹ̀rù pé wọ́n á ti rí van àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tó wà station káàkiri everywhere tó náà pé now also again Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tó wá ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé ó tún ní àwọn èèyàn tó tún máa ń fún ní nǹkan tó jẹ́ informants tó máa fún ní information káàkiri kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní inú agbègbè inú oko nínú agbègbè yín so that instantly there will be a quick response ní àwọn kí wọ́n yẹn so ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan ṣá èmi gbàgbọ́ pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tí gómìnà wa ń gbé gọ́ọ̀nà Lucky Orímisan Ayédàtiwa tó yẹ pé wọ́n dẹ̀ invest seriously ní security gan tí kì í ṣe pé nǹkan tó pé èèyàn wọn máa rí àwọn ọmọ fúnra sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀gá yìí pé wọ́n really serious lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security ní because that's the main thing in fact it's one of the things that is really disparity so àwọn DSS at the local level wọ́n máa give reports security reports nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní local government A government B wọ́n police rapport wọ́n wá transmit ẹ̀ sí ọ̀dọ̀ director DSS at the state level so ìyẹn ló máa gbé report sí tiẹ̀ ká fún gómìnà kò tẹ̀ pé nǹkan bá lọ ṣe ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ so gómìnà lè sọ́jú má lè wò so èwo ni nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ threatening so most of these things every day there are reports security reports whether there is a security problem or there is no security problem whether there is a security breach or there is no security breach let's say but torí pé ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo sọ pé kò sí tí ọmọ ènìyàn bá wà tí àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ commit crime so ìyẹn kan máa try to suppress wọn ni even ní Amẹ́ríkà tí àwọn àyíká yìí náà ẹ rí i pé crime náà wà káàkiri ní ìlú ẹ̀ let's say so but nǹkan tí à ń ṣe òun ni pé tí gómìnà bá rí report then because the government itself kò lè máa wà ní gbogbo everywhere so it will rely on the security commission security reports and even community security reports so community security reports has to do with àwọn ọba wọn yẹn and some political appointees for instance there was a day the governor was in Abuja bó ṣe pè mí nìyẹn pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú ẹ̀ ìgbọ̀nmọ̀ pa kí ló ṣe ẹni ló ń bọ̀ ẹ̀ ti pa kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ mi ò gbọ́n kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sá pé òun ló ń kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ so not because it's about ilé ìtìbọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ so because governor will have several means tó fi máa gbọ́ àwọn information láti lè mọ nǹkan tó ń lọ nínú state wọn lẹ́sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ so getting information first hand information from àwọn security àwọn èèyàn wọn táwọn tó ní sí those community they will call them and say okay kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ẹ try àti bá àwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ so all these things wọ́n kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni à ń ṣe bishop pé everything is going to the classroom that's why we are leveling the security issue or crisis in Ondo State pé tí o fi jẹ́ torí pé mo sọ fún ṣáájú pé a ti mọ̀ pé Ondo State ní gateway south west mo tó bá yẹ bá ojú o ti dé bá mú ọ̀sán ọmọ yẹn wá south west tí ó bá rí Ondo State tí a bá lọ lajú wálẹ̀ tí Ondo State tó bá yẹ níbẹ̀ tá a sọ pé níbẹ̀ wọ́n á di pé wọ́n á fi infiltrate ọ̀dà kí ni tó bá dẹ̀ wo how many kilometres ni láti Àkúrẹ́ sí Ọ̀ṣun in fact ó ṣe rìn Ondo State sí Ọ̀ṣun State ó ṣe rìn so Ogun State not Ondo State ó ṣe rìn no from Akifosile area and so èyàn fẹ́ ní mo difference one bẹ́ẹ̀ so these are things that's why the governor is making sure pé wọ́n tẹ́tí wọn lẹ̀ nínú gbà bóyá wọ́n wà nílé ni o bóyá wọ́n wà l'Abuja ni o wọ́n ní sọ pé wọ́n mú ìtọ́jú nǹkan tó ń lọ kí ló ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ ṣe gan ẹnìkan ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan láti orí Facebook Mr. Sunday tí a kà ojú fúnra yín lórí laptop yín àwò thank you honourable Goyemi we wish you well luck in your political journey. From your discussion today, it seems some states might be spending more money to protect Yoruba borders. Do we think those in central states should contribute some efforts to help other towns, not necessarily human factor, but in any form? Bí ṣe àwọn tó wà ní Agbe Commissioner for Information and Strategic Plan láti Èkó Lagos State wá síbí. Wọ́n ti fún ẹgbẹ́ àtọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀. Wọ́n iye mọ́tò tí àwọn contribute sínú Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn bó tẹ́ bá àwọn ní Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
They have a neighborhood watch.
Thank you,
so it's still Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn.
Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, thank you. So kí ni àwọn state wà ní àárín yẹn kí wọ́n lè ṣe láti lè support irú ẹ̀yin Ọ̀ṣun tó wà ń bọ́dà ẹgẹ́ tì ní sí kí wọ́n lè ṣe láti support yín.
Thank you sir. Ẹ rí i pé mo sọ nǹkan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pé apart from being the senior special assistant to the governor then, on humanitarian affairs and community integration, I also doubled as the Ondo State Focal Representative at the Dawn Commission. The Dawn Commission is the development agenda of the Southwest.
Yes.
So coming together of the Southwest government. So, and this is I want governor to go ilẹ̀ Yorùbá on Southwest. One man shake ìpàdé. And Dawn Commission, they are always in most of these meetings. Because meeting not only showing ni pé ìlọsíwájú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. About ní bá ṣe fẹ́ lọ síwájú tí security tó bá jẹ́ problem fún wa. Tàbí wọ́n pé ọmọ wa ní president Aṣíwájú Tinubu. Ó dẹ̀ pé ilé tó ti wá kò gbọdọ̀ bàjẹ́. So a ti tì wọ́n lọ sí Abuja. Wọ́n lọ jókòó sí Abuja kó máa ṣe Nàìjíríà. So ilé wa wà ní ọwọ́ àwa táwa nílé. Because I want to do Mr. Nigeria. So is the entire constituency is no longer Lagos or is no longer Southwest, it's now Nigeria. So our one let's see Southwest, we have to come together. Every way our OPC, our Afenifere, so all these socio political or socio cultural association to what we want to carry along the meeting security. So there's always contributions from these Southwest governors. Central post to man from Dawn Commission, yes. So and apart from that, even together in the joint security, we want to man down that mission. We want one security target and so many things. So it's not all about the boundary states. So and as I said, also all these states, they are federative units. Each state is independent. So Bukata. Battle ìjọba ìyá tó ń bí wa ẹgbẹ́ tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ olùkàkùn máa ń jìnlẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ so but tó bá níbi tí ẹ̀ka ti support ara wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìyá ẹgbẹ́ tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ definitely àbúrò support ara wa but number one responsibility olùkàlùkù fún ilé ó wà mí sọ pé òun jìnlẹ̀ òun so that ilé ẹbí ò ní ti ọwọ́ A bàjẹ́ ẹbí ò ní ti ọwọ́ B bàjẹ́ so tí A bá dilé mu tí B bá dilé mu ẹ rí i pé ẹbí á lè dúró dáa so àná ẹ rí i pé tó máa padà wá tó máa ṣe ní ti ẹbí olùkàkọ́ pé kí ni challenges tí wà ní just like in families, some family will have a WhatsApp group tó máa ṣe meeting so instead of coming physical meeting ẹgbẹ́ tí wọ́n lè jẹ́ wípé wọ́n máa ṣe meeting wọ́n tó máa review okay and this so that one day come together so all these things like in monthly basis they meet àwọn governors wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n lè máa discuss so ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè pé tí wọ́n dẹ̀ wo ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ pé Èkó APC Ògùn APC Ọ̀yọ́ PDP Ọ̀ṣun used to be PDP but now wọ́n ti wà ní accord party báyìí lẹ́tí báyìí Èkìtì APC Ondo APC so kí ni mo tó àti sọ fún kakínú wọn ni pé ẹ rí i pé security kò mọ bóyá ẹnìkan jẹ́ party báyìí àbí ó jẹ́ party báyìí Yorùbá gbogbo wa ọmọ ìyá gbogbo wa so a máa kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ lé ẹlẹ́yọ̀ rán ká tó wá fi àbọ̀sájì yẹ kì í ṣe òṣèlú ní ọ̀rọ̀ safety of life and property so ọ̀rọ̀ security ó kọjá òṣèlú so òun ló fà tẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn gómìnà wọn náà wọ́n lè fi ìṣọ̀kan ẹ rí i pé every time match meeting gbogbo wọn máa ń péjú máa ń pẹ́sẹ̀ so kò sí ẹlẹ́yàmọ̀yà nínú pé bóyá pé ṣùgbọ́n party kankan ni wọ́n nínú so in the cooperation to one shape so in that time they have been very very great at a point when I was the focal representative of the Ondo State at the Dawn Commission I was also double as the acting commissioner in the Ministry of Regional Integration and Diaspora Affairs so now tí ẹ bá rí the way we do in Ondo State and because of the support of the government and the initiative of the government because we call what we call our ease agenda of the government so which has to do with what we are just talking about the governor first of all came up with okay àwọn ọba ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn tí èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú láwùjọ àwọn ọba ìlú governor is magnanimous wọ́n sọ pé number one wọ́n kọ́ a very very big secretariat one of its kind in Akure, not just in Akure, very very close to the government's office in a strategic area adjacent ShopRite Akure wọ́n kọ́ secretariat àwọn ọba well furnished so pé àwọn ọba máa ṣèpàdé ń bẹ̀yẹn ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́ èkejì wọ́n wò pé àwọn ọba nígbà tí ẹ pé ìjọba náà ló fi wọ́n jọba pé ṣé ìjọba máa wà tó máa fi àwọn ọba wọn máa fi máa tayín tó máa ṣe èyẹ tó pé ọba máa lọ ní títì nítorí ọba máa takò títì tó báwo ló bá àwọn ṣe lè ráyè ṣe ìlú tí kìíní bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó pé bóyá lè máa sọ pé mọ́tò ìjòyè ló máa yá wá fún tó wá kó ṣe pàdé ní Àkúrẹ́ yá gómìnà pé wọ́n fún pàdé á jẹ́ pé bóyá mọ́tò ìjòyè kan ló máa yá pé kí ni bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ pọ́n balẹ̀ gómìnà wa pé gbogbo àwọn ọba we have àwọn ọba kan wà because we have different categories of ọba. We have first class, we have second class, we have that's what we call them grade A, grade B, grade C kings. Yes, man. So in all these grades, at least we have 139 category of one particular obas, 139. Then we also have another category about 40 something oba. So together, one will be 170 oba ní Ondo State. Gbogbo wọn ni gómìnà wà pé lẹ́ka wọn ra ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ fún gbogbo wọn. And these are not just ordinary vehicle tó ṣe àwọn Chinese Toyota make of vehicle. So àwọn tí ó jẹ́ first class tó lọ bí 40 something wọ́n fún wọn ní Toyota Fortuner 2025 model. Àwọn tó jẹ́ other grade tó lẹ́wọ̀n around 39 ọba wọ́n fún wọn ní there's this new Toyota make tó bẹ́ẹ̀ bí Venza by I can't remember the name. It's a new, I think it's one of the latest module and version of Toyota. So all this is at Toyota. And the Mokoti each one ma cost. So because motor control cost less than 70 to 80 million. So to make government shop people buy no fun motor ní àkọ́kọ́. Èkejì, local government. What's about local government? Hey, pé ní constitution. Hey, pé àwọn ọba wọ̀nyí they are under the local government. This is the community now. We're talking about the community now. Because the community, we can't talk about community without kings. So now, just the way to strengthen the community own answer. Now, make sure pé salary remuneration àwọn ọba ẹgbẹ́ báyìí kò sọ́ba tó gbà less than 1 million báyìí Ondo State as salary. So that's òun náà kò ní pé àpàdà àpàdà 6 and àpàdà wá sí ẹ̀yìn pé ó kè pé bá a ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan. So these are things pé àwọn ọba náà wọ́n lè àfihàn lè wà òkè ebi ò ní pa ọba so that ọba wọn lè rojú wọn lè ráyè wọn lè máa tó ìlú.
ìpínlẹ̀ kan gbówó láti bìkan láti wá tán ọba.
Yes, exactly. So kí sọ fún so kí n attract so is a structural issue. So the governor started all these things with make sure that one structure everything so that going forward this template will be a very and I'm sure kò síbi tí dealing with the right tí àwọn ọba tí wọn kì í dúpẹ́ kọ́mọ gbàtún gbàdúrà fún gómìnà pé bóyá àgbà tí àwọn tí ẹlòmíì ti jọba at least recently what I share in Ondo State at 50 years I'm also one of the 16-member committee the governor appointed to conduct and to ensure that Ondo State at 50 was a huge success. So mo lára àwọn committee tí gómìnà appoint. So bí mo sọ pé nínú committee wa a try to get pé ká wo àwọn ọmọ Ondo State káàkiri from every sector tí a lè fún ní award tí wọ́n máa fún ní Ondo State award and after that láti wá wo àwọn ọba the longest serving ọba monarch in Ondo State jẹ́ pé ó ti lò over 50 years on the throne. Alaafin of Afo. So it's based on that. In fact, if not because of the 50 years anniversary of Ondo State as 50, actually, they will be a member of the committee. Up to that 50 years on the throne. So I was so glad to see that. So now, I'm about one year. So I want to even combine that, but I want to Ori at least I want to know governors. So see about yes, so about 50 years. We want to Wadori, you could pay Ondo State Ondo State for the 50 years.
Of course.
So and we have some about 35 years, 40 years, like a local Yoruba is over 35 years on the throne. So now many of them they said that all these things has never happened in the history of Ondo State. We say government for money. That's like the number of back 10,000 naira as salary. So àwọn bàbá wa dúró de àwọn owó ìṣàkọlẹ̀ káàkiri torí pé kìíní bá wọn ayé tí kọjá gbogbo ìṣàkọlẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn bá kiri àbí wọn dúró de àwọn tó pé bóyá àwọn tó commit crime kọ́ máa gbó kọ́ máa bá wọn bá pé kìíní bá yẹn. So now ọba in Ondo State now they are now elevated and they are well respected now. So based on this now this is a conscious effort that the government is doing in legacy tó pé wọ́n ní sọ pé unity are being strengthened. So in a very bigger way, at the long run, it will be a better off for all of us, and Ondo State will be a peaceful place to come. In terms of business activities, even part of our events at the Adupe Ondo Investment Summit, we were known and we were able to get so many people from international and that came for that investment summit. It was a very big one, and also we had the closed door meeting with the investors and so many places. So a lot of things. So that Ondo State is now a destination because secret started coming. They are helping us in so but they are announcing that they are part of the government, both at the local level and at the state level. So personally, gidi fast salary tó máa ń gbà ní every month. Apart from that, wọ́n máa ń gbà nínú security votes because wọ́n say security votes at the local level when a chairman of the local government is taking a security vote. So what is the word security vote? People don't even understand what security vote is. So security vote yìí ẹ rí i pé is to make sure that security is well in that particular local government. And that local government, when we have DSS, we have police, we have Amatekun, we have Wambano. So when they are doing all these meetings, so of course, okay, we are our patrol, our van, our police, our Amatekun, our DSS. Okay, and the chairman of the local government will be responsible for those things at the local level, while the governor will be responsible for that at the state level. So these are the way that all these things are done. So that when there is anything, there will be a continuous response. Yeah, quite a bit.
Honorable, thank you very much, because I'm even very happy to hear that every local government in the state now has an office for our DSS, so they can be closer to the people, to the grassroots. The local government in the state. The investment forum that was held last, I was doing some research and I saw that Ondo State has even given license to about 2 power plants to be built in the state, yes, for 100 megawatts and the other for 50 megawatts. So yes, I'm happy that Ondo State, because without security, so these are good things, and I'm happy that this is happening in our own lifetime. And people are going to not of you, we tell me our power. There are no small around you, I won't no should you, I'm going to jail you. So we thank the government of Ondo State for trying their best to bring up these are local leaders to make them feel belonging. Given the policy, if you come out before people feel it's too long. I think I'm so happy with that progress. Thank you very much. Now, because we've spoken about security, scared. Since the police bad days, one should hire care, don't man live opposition to take a control of ballet. The bus in what go boy, Oliver's man lay or the jail or the joy or the shaking. So people are having this fear. How do we ensure that community-based security will not be turned into vigilantism or abuse? People may be scared of this kind of system, right? How can we ensure that this does not happen and that our political officers won't turn those are community-based security into an abuse?
Sherry, one of the problems we have in Nigeria, we are hypocrites. And many of us are in Jadi. Now, I'm in the US now for a few weeks. And I'll be going back. And we'll continue bí ilé ayé ṣe ń lọ níbí wọn, bí àwọn ìjọba wọn ṣe ń ṣe, àwọn council wọn ṣe wà strengthening, àwọn police wọn ṣe wà strengthening, despite pé federal kí ló wà, and they also have state police. Sorry, why I say we are hypocrites, you see, the world has changed, and it's like we are refusing
to change,
but I'm happy that within the shortest time president good day ìjọba ta ló mọ̀ pé coastal road wọ́n lè ṣe coastal road sí Lekki tó ń lọ sí Calabar, and it's real, it is real. tẹ́ bá dé àwọn tẹ́ bá sí Babish rí báyìí kò ní mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ báyìí, because from that Babish yìí lọ́nà yẹn ti lọ ó ti dé Dangote refinery báyìí wọ́n ti ṣe dé Dangote refinery báyìí and it's still going. tẹ́ pé you can choose to pass through the normal Lekki road or pass through the coastal road. That is on that aspect. Now, when I'm talking about the security, security from the creation of Nigeria, there are what we call an exclusive list of the constitution. Security and power, electricity, it has always been on the exclusive. That is, in other words, no state government has the power or the authority to establish a state police. Likewise, no state government also has the power or authority to have a power-based station. Even if you have money, I think that Tinubu and the governor in 1998, Egbe station power can come by to invest in. And what there's a company called Aaron. I think that Aaron Power is from US or from France. I don't know. So at the end of the day, federal governments want to back in to okay, because based on the constitution. So now, if I'm a state governor, for instance, I'm the chief security officer of the state. By what the constitution says, the constitution says, okay, a state governor is the chief security officer of that state. Likewise, a local government chairman, which is the council, is the chief security officer of that local government. That is what the constitution says, in one hand. But in the other hand, the constitution also again contradicts itself by not giving absolute power or authority to a state governor. That is, for instance now, if there is any security issue in a state, the governor needs to call CP, Commissioner of Police. Before Commissioner of Police will carry out the instruction of the governor, he will have to radio Abuja and call the IG, the Inspector of Police.
Yet he's the chief security officer of the state.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he's the chief security of the state. Now, protocols. Now, IG will pay to the state. There's politics in security. For instance, IG at a particular time. I'm not being sentimental. Now, okay, we are stating here. Wọ́n ti fún àwọn Fúlàní kúrò nínú gbogbo ṣe kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bóyá IG ọ̀hún dẹ̀wà wá jẹ́ Fúlàní extraction. Because àwọn kan mọ̀ pé abúlé sọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó wà mú làwọn sọ yìí ò kì í ṣe àwọn kan tí àwọn sígbà tí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn tí iṣu Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn dé tí Akérédolú was the governor yẹn tí the then Attorney General Malami tó ń bá gómìnà wọn jà pé láíláí pé kí ni pé this issue of state police. I'm telling you, it was a very serious issue that wọ́n engage wọn tí the then governor was very angry pé kí ló ṣe wọ́n ọkùnrin yìí. And can you relationship without the Minister of Justice? So if you now situation whereby a commissioner of police or a civil defense commandant will have to call Abuja for directive before carrying out the governor's order, which has to be something that will be this response. So for instance, now TIG about that commissioner alone, so then the hands of the governor of that state will be tied. Tẹ́ pé ara wọn kan tó ń cause security problems wọn yẹn tẹ́ pé wàhálà àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ nílùú ogun àti wọ̀lú kó tó di pé Abuja come and respond. Likewise náà òun náà ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ power before now, but when President Tinubu came on board ẹ rí i pé ìgbà kan wà tẹ́pọ̀ àwọn sọ pé àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n pé kí ni tí wọ́n ṣe pé kan ṣe iṣẹ́ pé wà tí wọ́n ṣe constitution ní Abuja máa tí wọ́n pé kí wọ́n pé kí ni òkúta padà kí wọ́n pé kí ni nígbà yẹn. So each region, everybody just secure about the region. Once you move from Igboho, we look to it. Okay, when Tinubu came aboard, the only region that was given this thing was Military Development Commission. Only one there. Tinubu in his own wisdom. Our now, Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe kí ni wọ́n kọ́ yìí Dawn Commission, which is Development Agenda of the Southwest. Okay, so which later birthed Southwest Development Commission. So now we have Southwest Development Commission, we have Military Development Commission. We have South East Development Commission now by the president to time. We have Northwest Development Commission. We have Northeast Development Commission. So now, kò sí gbogbo zones wọ̀nyí tí ò ní commission títí wọn. So pé deduction from the source ni wọ́n money direct deduction from the federation account. Okay. And the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Tinubu, has mobilized Southwest Development Commission with 300 billion naira take off grants. Wọ́n fún wọn ní pé take off bí wọ́n fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. So. And so bí táwọn lọ ni pé ẹni pé tí ò bá sí state police bí wọ́n lọ bá ní o pé tó pé a governor will have to wait until one commissioner of police or commissioner of police bí gbọ́dọ̀ wá wọn sí state gan tó pé òun fúnra gan ó lè fún wọn fẹ́ máa play game play politics tó pé kì í ṣe ọmọ because most of them they come from different states. So tí wọ́n ń ṣọmọ ìlú tó pé ẹlòmí lè jẹ́ Igbo ẹlòmí lè jẹ́ South ẹlòmí lè jẹ́ Hausa from top commissioner police tó pé wọ́n tó máa gbé wá sí state. So kí ló kàn wọ́n kì í ṣe ìlú náà ẹgbẹ́ tí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. So these are nǹkan tó ń fa problem fún wọn ní Nàìjíríà àwọn kan bá wọ̀nyí nìyẹn tó pé wọ́n fi sí exclusive list. So when Tinubu came ó yọ power kúrò ní exclusive list now. So that's one of the tẹ́tẹ́sẹ́ kan pé olóṣèlú pé ẹni pé olóṣèlú ti license àwọn power station. Power nìyẹn that is so it was based on the what the president has done by taking power out of the exclusive list of the federal government. So now all state governments now or government now they have the power to generate not to generate alone to also transmit power. So they can have transmission power, generation power. So therefore, full state government okay, any person invest in power by even the state government power. So now it's the bottleneck. So people manage to pay okay, we got to feel that you can't get down. I don't want to feel not to rationalize it. So in the next 2 years, Even the Lagos state government now, I'm not saying they are already working on power station. A serious amount of investment has come on in it now. So international investors want to there. So for this state now, they are now working on the power. So can people working on it one let up want our previous government? Want to show me gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pé kò sí wọn báyìí láti dùn àwọn so but at least we thank God that way Tinubu is doing that for us now. So likewise now Amotekun is going to metamorphose into state police. That's what I mean.
ọ̀tẹ̀ ló ń jẹ́ ló ń pè ọ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ò lórúkọ tiẹ̀ àti wípé ọmọ kì í gọ̀ títí sẹ́ẹ̀ kó gbàgbé orúkọ ara rẹ̀. Ààfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà tó bá dọ́jà báyìí wọ́n á mọ̀ bó dọ́jà ni. Èmi tí ń tòótọ́ Samuel Owóyẹmí fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ mi fẹ́lẹ́ ní gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. Èmi náà kọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba òkè ló fún mi ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà.